Today on Rocklaz, we have a small South American country called Uruguay. It runs 100% on renewable energy, and in this episode, you're going to find many fun facts about this country. This is a non religious country. In fact, football is the religion. In this, you'll hear stories of mental health. There's a story of a woman who tried to kill herself 2 times. And what happened in the third time? Find out in this episode. You'll get to hear rhythms of Latin America played on Jembe live from our guest. In this episode, we spoke about food, culture, football, spirituality, psychology, and much more. Let me know how do you find this series of talking to guests from each country of the world. I'm really passionate, but I would like to hear from you what kind of guest you would like to see next. You can see the chapters for description and jump to your favorite part. If you're new here, please subscribe because it helps us in many more ways than you can imagine. Cheers. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Rocklaz. Today we are going to Uruguay and joining us is Alan Abadi. So, some fun facts about Uruguay.
Thank you very much.
It has the world's longest national anthem. 6 minutes long, almost 6 minutes
It's
long.
very nice anthem. I love it.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? I mean, it says something about freedom and we want freedom or death, something like that. That's the main concept. You can
So, it is like of love or is it of like fighting spirit or energy?
more fighting spirit because it was made when the independence from Spain was happening.
Okay.
yeah.
So, Uruguay is the first country to win the FIFA Football World Cup
Yes, it is, and we won it for 4 times.
4 times.
Do you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because the Olympic Games before when FIFA didn't exist, Olympic Games were considered the World Cup. So Uruguay won the first Olympic Games, like football Olympic Games, and the second one, and then the first FIFA World Cup, and then in 1950, the last FIFA World Cup, Uruguay won.
Wow. And you're the first organizer of FIFA as well in
Yes,
1930.
also, and this the next World Cup, no, the World Cup after the next one, like 2030, will be 100 years of the first World Cup, and it will be in Uruguay also.
Wow.
Uruguay, Argentina, I think maybe Paraguay, Chile, I don't know.
Hmm.
Yes.
So you love football.
Yeah, I do.
Name some famous players that everybody recognizes from Uruguay.
Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez, everybody recognizes.
Ah, Suarez, that guy who bites.
Yeah. The guy who he beat once. In Uruguay, we support him, no matter what he do. I mean, of course it matters, but some bite is not like this, things that happens on the court, like on the field. Um, and then we have Cavani, Edison Cavani, uh, and Darwin Nunez. He plays in England. We have many famous.
Many famous players.
Yeah, Forlan, Diego Forlan.
So Uruguay is located, a very small country, located between Argentina and Brazil.
Yes, only 3 million people.
Only 3 million people.
Yeah.
3 million is 30 lakhs.
Yeah, it's like we have very low density, population density, like 19 people per square kilometer.
Exactly opposite of India.
Yeah, exactly opposite.
Bangalore has 3 times the population of Uruguay,
How many?
around 10 million.
Wow. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Small country, very quiet.
There's more population of cows in Uruguay than people. I
Yeah,
heard.
those are very fun facts, actually. Yes, there are more cows than people.
3 cows per person.
Yes, people eat a lot of meat in Uruguay. Not myself. I'm vegetarian, so I'm almost like an outcast from Uruguay.
This was very interesting fact. 100% of electricity and energy in Uruguay comes from renewable energy,
Yes.
like solar.
Yeah, we can do that because we are like not so many people.
Wow, isn't interesting, isn't it? 100% of countries' electricity is coming from renewable sources. That's a good achievement. Uruguay is the most non-religious country in the Americas.
Really, I didn't know that, but it's yeah probably true. Yeah, in our constitution there is no religion. I mean, the president doesn't make her commitment on a Bible or something like that.
I heard they even changed the name of the religious holidays. Like Christmas has become like family
Yes,
day or something.
today. I mean, Holy Week is like tourism week, but I mean, everybody calls it Christmas or
So what drives them together? If not religion, then what brings people together and
foot,
keeps harmony? And
football. Football.
football is the
Yes,
religion.
when Uruguay plays, the country stops, and if Uruguay wins, we all go out to the streets and celebrate, and it's nice. I mean, yeah, there is not such thing as a religion that makes us come together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, majority of people are Christian,
Mm.
but not
Mm.
Orthodox. Like,
Not practicing.
yeah, little practicing.
So religion does two things, right? It gives you structure of what happens after birth, after death, and before birth, and it gives you rituals to perform and gives guidelines how one should be and behave with oneself and habits and behave with others. So, what are the guiding principles for the population in general, if not religion?
I think everybody has some tradition, maybe Christian, maybe Jewish, uh, or maybe what the family is used to do,
Mm.
but nobody is really connected. I mean, nobody in general is really connected to religion. Of course, there are very religious people, but they are the minority.
Mm.
So everybody knows what to do when someone dies, but it's like very open. If you want to cremate the body, if you want to spread the ashes, if you want to bury the body, whatever you want,
You can do whatever you want.
yeah, you can do whatever you want. Now, you usually do what your family
Mm.
does.
So, it's more of a tradition than a religion.
Yeah, yeah. In Uruguay, it's like religion is more tradition than real faith.
No churches and no synagogues.
There are,
Not.
but people go like once in a year, maybe if they go once in a year. Majority of people, of course, there are like some minority of groups that goes every day.
And what about spirituality? There's a. What is the opinion of people on spirituality?
In Uruguay, in general, I think like in Uruguay we are like going along with the tendency of the world. I mean, accepting spirituality more and more every day,
Hmm.
especially because we realize that the way we live is not sustainable. Like we are all with anxiety, depression, like consuming drugs, like legal drugs, but like to stay stable, mentally stable. I mean, we realize that that is a problem. In Uruguay, we have a big problem with mental health. I mean, we have the highest ratio of suicide in Latin America. So
Oh,
maybe that can be explained by the lack of faith and real spirituality, or maybe religion. I don't know. Um, yeah. In Uruguay, is a big issue, mental health now.
and you also work in that, so we'll go in details on that.
Yes.
Uruguay is the poorest president in the entire world.
I don't
He
think so.
donated everything.
We used to have that. We used to have the poorest president that died like a few months ago.
Oh, a few months only. Okay.
Yeah, but he was not the president at this time.
Hmm.
And yeah, he used to fight when he was young. He used to fight like for communism against I mean, to install a new order in Uruguay, it didn't work. And then he, like many years later, he became president, elected by the people, and he was very like, uh, yeah, not poor because he lived well, but he used to say and used to do what he says. That is like, don't don't accumulate much
Hmm.
more than what you need. So yeah, I mean, he was a good philosopher. I don't think he was the best president we could have because to be president, it needs more than philosophy. You need like to be a very uh, intelligent, and you have to have the capacity to execute things.
Hmm.
And that is very difficult in any country. But yes, now we don't have the poorest president. Actually, our president is the one that
Richest.
yeah, the salary is the highest in
Highest.
Vietnam, or the second highest.
Okay. Uruguay is also one of the least corrupt countries.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it is not corrupt, but yeah,
So you can get your work done from government easily.
I mean, compared to other countries, you can get your work done easily, but there is corruption, of course. Like it's a shame.
Hmm.
I mean,
Uruguay means river painted of birds.
yes, in the native language, uh, they say that.
Is it a colorful river?
No, I
Then?
mean, but there are birds,
Okay, a lot of birds.
so the natives call it that way.
So what is the native language?
No, actually, we speak Spanish, but
Hmm.
before Spain came to America, there was like some
Indigenous people.
yeah, indigenous people, like various group. They had different language, like Guarani, Charruas. I mean, that's what I study in the school. I don't know.
Nobody speak those languages now.
No. In Paraguay, they speak Guarani,
Mhm.
but in Uruguay, nobody speaks.
Okay.
Actually, in Uruguay, um, in the past, like in the 1830, maybe before, uh, they exterminated majority of
Whoa.
indigenous people. Like, it's a shame, but it's true. Um, I mean, in Argentina also, but in Argentina there were more people, so they couldn't exterminate them all. Uh, and if you go to countries like Colombia, Peru, Central America, there are more
Indigenous
people.
Paraguay, on the other hand, they made a law for everybody to marry the indigenous.
Yeah, they did. I mean,
Opposite of exterminating.
yeah, it's a shame.
In Uruguay, you'll not find salt and ketchup in the restaurants.
Ketchup, yes. Salt, no. It's by law. There cannot be salt at the table. And they say this slogan. How is it? Less salt, more life. Really? I mean,
Crazy, no salt on the
yeah.
table.
But you cannot smoke inside any place, like in any public place. You cannot smoke. That's good. Like since 2005 or something like that.
Mhm. So the reason for no salt, as per internet, is obesity and the heart issues,
Yes.
because people are eating double the amount of salt.
Yes.
Ye-
It is that. It is for that. Like, I don't know.
So people in Uruguay used to like a lot of salt before, salty things.
No, normal. Normal. Like, I don't know. Because we had one president that he was a doctor. So
Okay.
he put all these laws.
Uruguay is a interesting word because it has U repeating 3 times in a 7-letter word. U, the alphabet U, repeats 3 times in the 7 alphabet.
I've never thought about it, but you're right. Uruguay.
Yeah. What does Uruguay mean? Do you know?
Yeah, the river of the
Okay, so the name of the river is Uruguay.
yeah, the
And
name
which
of
mean
the
which
country
means
is named
the
after the river.
Mhm.
Actually, it's called uh, República Oriental del Uruguay. That means the Oriental Republic of Uruguay.
Mm.
But you mean Oriental from respective to what? Because West and East,
East.
it's relative, depends on from where are you standing. So it is. They say is the Eastern Republic, eastern to the Uruguay River. But actually, there is in the Uruguay Foundation and in all of Latin America
Hmm.
independence, there is an influence of Masonry, the Freemasons. Have
What
you
is
heard?
that?
It's like a 300-year-old society of people that gather together to grow spiritually. Uh, Basically, I'm not part of them, but that's what I know. So they embody or they value freedom, fraternity, and uh, equality. So those were the values of the French Revolution, and then those values came to Latin America and empowered the
Hmm.
independent movement.
Uruguay is also very big on carnivals. I read that the carnival there goes on for 40 days.
Yeah, we have the longest, but it's not the carnival you see like in Rio or everywhere, like with big things and big parades. I mean, we have parades, but not big parades. What we have is like shows and like comedy shows, and that like last for more than 1 month. Every day, every night, you can go see everywhere in the country these shows,
Hmm.
and they are usually related to politics, but in a comedy way. Uh, so they make critics, but like laughing.
Hmm. Okay. And then what time does it happen?
February,
Okay.
yeah, usually February, March.
But Uruguay is obsessed with mate.
Yeah, people go in the streets with the water thing like this, and the mate on the other hand. So they keep serving and drinking mate. And they walk like this. They work like this. They just hang out with friends like this. They sit like this. Like you can see it everywhere. But I don't drink mate. I used to, but the mate itself, like
What is mate?
it is some kind of herbs, but they are very stimulant for the nervous system. So more than coffee even. So you stay very active after mate. And if you drink before sleep, you cannot sleep very well. But people drink it like all day. But that agitates a lot the mind. So I don't drink it because my mind is agitated by itself without mate. So I don't put more fire, more fuel to the fire.
So is it like a herbal tea? Is it tea or some other herbs?
No, some other herbs. It's not tea. It's yerba mate. It's called. Uh,
Okay, mate itself is the herb.
yes, yes.
Sheroba mate.
And then you can find it in Argentina, in Uruguay, in Brazil, in Paraguay, and they put different stuff to. They add different stuff to that. There are more like strong mate, more active, less active, like
Hmm.
respected to the mind. I mean, I don't do it.
Candombe.
Yes.
What is candombe?
If you give me the drum, I can play.
Oh, that would be great. So, let us you my.
Will the sound come out?
You can keep it on the floor.
Okay, like this. So it okay. Come. So candombe is a special kind of music that came from Africa because in the past another shameful thing is that I didn't, but people from Uruguay used to import slaves from Africa, so they brought their culture and it mixed with the native culture in Uruguay, and they made candombe it's a particular sound that you can see many people with drums walking in the streets, like playing the drums, and women dancing. Usually men play the drums and women dance, but nowadays you can see
Everybody do anything.
everybody doing anything. Yeah. So actually, Uruguay is a very open country related to feminism and this. And you can Candombe sounds like this. And then the other response.
Wow. So cool. You can leave it here.
Kind of candombe. I mean, it's done with a different type of drums, like three different type of drums, and many people playing at the same time. But that's good.
That was an example of.
Yeah, that was a good example.
So cool to hear you demonstrate Candombe. So it's a dance also.
It's a kind of rhythm with a dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Is it related to, is it like Rio, the samba?
I mean, probably samba also came with the African influence in Brazil, but in Brazil became samba, in Uruguay became candombe, because
Okay.
it mixed.
All right. Very interesting. And we say that tango comes from Argentina, but it seems Uruguay also has origins of tango in it.
Yeah, Argentina and Uruguay have this problem of big and small brothers. Like we are the small brother, and Argentina is very big country. Like it's like 40 million people. In Uruguay, it's only 3 million, and we always Argentina loves Uruguay. Every Argentinian you ask, they love Uruguayan people, Uruguay, and because they are abundant, they have everything. But we are a small brother. We want what the big brother have. So some Uruguayans don't like so much Argentinian, but I think because they are jealous. I love Argentinian people. And we always fight who invented what. Like tango, mate, dulce de leche. That is a very tasty thing. Dulce de leche is like a sweet made out of milk. It's a very tasty thing. If you go to Uruguay, you have to try that. And we always fight who invented it first. So tango is the same. Actually, there is a big tango singer like from the past. He's dead now. It's called Carlos Gardel, and we say he's from Uruguay, and Argentinians say that he's from Argentina because he lived in Argentina, but he was born in Uruguay. Actually, they say he was born in France because he also lived. It's a mystery, but people who knows says he was born in Uruguay. We cannot say tango was invented in Uruguay. We cannot say tango was invented in Argentina. We don't know, actually. But I
We can give credits to both the
yeah.
countries.
Do you know tango? I can sing some tango.
Please do.
Canta, garganta con arena, tu voz tiene la pena que Malena no cantó. Canta que Juárez te condena al lastimar tu pena con su blanco bandoneón. Canta, la gente está aplaudiendo y aunque te estés muriendo no conocen tu dolor. Canta que Troilo desde el cielo debajo de tu almohada un verso te dejó.
Wow. It's so good.
But that is from an Argentinian tango singer. No, it's not the one I said before, Carlos Gardel.
You like to dance as well?
I don't know how to dance tango. No,
Sing.
I can dance, but I don't know how to.
How is salsa and bachata? Is it popular there? Or is it more in the central?
I mean, we listen to the famous bachata singers, but it's not popular in Uruguay. It's more like in Central America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, in Uruguay, we listen to something called cumbia. There is
Cumbia.
cumbia. That's very popular in Uruguay. I mean, if you go to some disco or something.
What is Murga?
Murga is what happens during the Carnival in Uruguay. It's like this show that is like a musical, actually. Musical comedy. So they make some critiques to the government. Actually, they are more leftist usually, so they make critics always to the rightist, uh, and some little critic to the left when they cannot avoid it, and they do it in a very beautiful way that is singing and speaking and making jokes. And that is what you can see during the carnival in Uruguay. You have many of these every night, everywhere.
It's more like a theater performance with music and
But
drama.
popular theater performance. It's very cheap. You can go eat something and just enjoy.
So people in Uruguay like more of theater than movies. Is it so?
No, no, no. We watch Netflix and all these things. I'm sorry for the brand. We watch all the streaming channels, and yeah, we like theater, but it's not very popular. I mean, Argentina theater is much more popular.
You know what Murga means in Hindi?
No,
Chicken.
Murga. Yeah, no, I didn't know. Now I know.
Yeah, Muruga in South in Tamil, it's the god Kartikeya.
Murugan. Yes, that I know.
Murugan, yeah, they call it Muruga also.
Murga, but
Yeah.
not Murga. Muruga.
Muruga.
Yeah, but this is Murga.
Okay. Different pronunciation, but same word.
Yes.
What do you love the most about Uruguay?
The thing I love the most about Uruguay is the peace and the quietness and the satwa of some places. I mean, I live in a beautiful, beautiful place that I love. I'm in love with it. Like I have a strange relationship with the place. I love it.
Where do you live?
It's called Punta del Este. I mean, it's the jewel of Latin America. It's beautiful. It's by the ocean, and you have like it's like living in a forest, a city inside a forest.
Oh,
So, and it's by the sea. You have beaches, and the energy there is so peaceful and beautiful and healing. Uruguay is a very healing country. I mean, the biggest city that is Montevideo, that is the capital, live like 1.5 million people, and even though it's a very peaceful capital, um, and Punta del Este is everyone must know Punta del Este. I mean,
Punta
del Este.
del Este.
I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio and very famous people go there. It's going to be a very important place in the future. Like it is already, but it it is having a developing like out of anybody's mind.
Is it close to the capital city?
Yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours. Capital is
Montevideo.
Monte
Video.
Video. Yeah, I was reading the name and it had a video at the end of it.
Yes. Yeah. There are many stories. How why is it called Montevideo? But nobody knows.
Is it related to video?
No, not because at that time there were no videos.
Video. It would be interesting. I mean, a YouTuber naming a city and it becomes video.
It's a city of content creators because Montevideo.
But is it actually? Is it?
No,
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 no.
it's not.
One thing you could change about Uruguay.
I think Uruguay has everything to be a model country. We are so like few people. We're like only 3 million people, and we have everything to be a happy country, a prosperous country, with uh, the all the needs covered for everyone, good education, good security. I mean, we are maybe the best of Latin America in all these statistics, but to be the best in Latin America is not a good thing to say. Like Latin America is very bad in all these statistics. The the wealth distribution is very bad in all Latin American countries, also in Uruguay. So I think it's a shame. We have everything to be a beautiful and prosperous country for everybody, and we are not. I mean, we are for some people, but not for everybody.
Mm.
And actually,
So the one thing you could change is the disparity between the wealthy and the poor.
I would change the administration. I would do a nice administration in Uruguay, like uh service oriented administration. It's very possible. Like
Mm.
if the people that are in power are more occupied with serving the people than to be in the power, that make will make Uruguay s- super beautiful country. I mean, more than it is today. It's a shame that it is not like that.
What is your favorite cultural ritual in Uruguay?
Football. Or
That is such an easy answer for you.
we all gather around football. Like we like, gather together with friends and we put some we call picada. That it's like mix of different foods. We watch the match. And we shout and we cry and we hug together. Like in Uruguay, if um if your team makes a goal, like you can hug anybody you have at your side. It's okay. It's perfectly okay. That's a nice ritual. I like. Um, yes, we don't have much rituals actually as a country. I mean, other countries have more, but we don't. Given that we don't have that religion in common or spirituality, we
Football is a religion.
yeah.
Which is your favorite team?
From Uruguay, I'm very fan of one team that is called Nacional. That can be translated as national because it was the national team of Uruguay in the beginning. So it's the oldest team in Uruguay. There is another team that's they say they are the oldest, but actually mine is the oldest. We fight for those things like joking. I mean, people fight. There is some people that really fight, but I'm just kidding. Yeah, I go to the field and watch the matches and shout and it's a nice.
So you all watch only local matches, or do you watch this like Premier Leagues
usually
and all that?
I usually
Champions League.
I usually watch local matches, but if there is like a Champions League final, I watch it. Or I know what is happening in some countries. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not that fan. I used to be more.
What is a wedding ritual that's unique to Uruguay?
What is what?
Wedding, wedding, marriage,
Wedding.
marriage ritual that is unique to Uruguay.
But I think we don't have like dancing the vals.
What is that?
It's a kind of music, old music. It's a ritual that I don't understand. Actually, it's like kind of music that the married couple dance at the beginning of the wedding, like, and everybody watches, and then everybody goes dancing with the groom or the bride, and it's like dun 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 dun, and you dance like this, dun, dun, like in the old days. I don't know why people like do that, but for some people it's very important. I don't get it.
So dance is really part of the culture. You dance on every
No,
occasion.
it is not actually like compared to other countries. Uh, they people gather to dance in other countries. In Uruguay, we gather to eat, like to eat meat. So I'm totally outcasted. But
Well, you can get vegan meat. Introduce vegan.
yeah, we have many vegan and vegetarian options in Uruguay.
What is the best local food that everyone must try?
If you are not vegetarian, you have to try meat. It is very good. But
Name of the dish.
asado.
Okay, and vegetarian option?
That is meat made in the like in some kind of a wooden grill, something like that. And vegetarian option, we don't have a typical one actually. Um, I really no, we don't have like I like one thing that is called churros. That is sweet. It's like fried some kind of wheat fried with some sugar, dulce de leche. Dulce de leche, I think dulce de leche is the best.
What is this? Village?
It's the sweet made out of milk.
Hmm.
So that is not actually a dish, but you can put it to every dish, and it's amazing. I really recommend it.
It's like a side dish.
Yeah, it's my weakness.
Weakness.
I cannot say no to dulce.
Can you make it? Can you prepare it?
It's tough.
It needs European cow, or you can do it with any cow milk.
No, any cow milk. We have to try A2 dulce de leche, but you have to be like there for a while, like
Just keep stirring it.
yeah, stirring it. It's I prefer to buy it.
Yeah, very lengthy process. There must be some alternatives in India. This process is very common. India makes a lot of things out of cow milk.
Yeah,
Lot of sweets.
yeah. I don't know why I didn't see dulce de leche. I never saw.
Mm, You'll not find it with the same name.
For
But
sure.
if you explain the process, yeah, I can figure it out for you.
We should find out.
What you're saying sounds more like rabdi. It's very thick, right?
Yeah,
Sweet and thick.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be rabdi.
From which part of India is it?
Anywhere you get.
Huh?
Well-
I had to try. In Vishala we have.
We'll find out. Yeah, we can find out. We can go to the city and also check it out or order on Zomato. But yeah, I'll get some options for you to taste the Indian dosa leche. On the internet they also mention a sandwich that is unique to Uruguay.
Yeah, the chivito.
Hmm.
Yesterday I was just speaking about it. Like it's a sandwich made with hamburger bread, and originally it's made of meat, but you have vegetarian option like with seitan or any veggie meat, and it's like the meat or whatever, and then you have um, ham, then cheese, then egg, then mayonnaise, ketchup, onion, pepper, olives, and you mix everything in the sandwich and you eat it. It's and with French fries. That's very typical from Uruguay. Yes.
Okay. Do you think Uruguay football is better than Argentina football?
No, actually, being objective at this time, no, they play much better than us. Like,
I thought you would fight even on that.
I think it's amazing that in only 3 million people, we have so many good players around the world. Um, but Argentina has many more great players around the world. They are more people.
For a day trip or a week trip in Uruguay, what would you suggest?
You have to go to Punta del Este. That's the best place. And you can travel around Montevideo. I mean, if you are Indian, like everything will be different. The same way everything is different from me when I come to India. Like the cultural shock is very big.
It's very shocking in India.
Yeah. We do many things differently. Like many things.
Example.
Like things for good and things for bad. Like how, for example, the innocence of the Indian people and the friendliness of Indian people, you don't find it like in Uruguay. They call us very friendly, but not like Indian people. And the smile, the lightness of the majority of Indian people, you cannot find like in our countries. But for example, respect to the order of the public spaces and the cleanliness, you can find much more in Uruguay and than in India. So there are many different things like also the faith, the spirituality that you see here. Like everybody is such a believer, and in Uruguay, most people don't even believe God exists. And here you have a temple every 2 blocks. In Uruguay, you don't. And if you see a temple, there is nobody there. It's closed. I mean, these are big differences. Uh, yeah, and how we treat people, the way Indian people invite everybody for food and want to serve and want to help, and that you don't see in Uruguay or in Latin America. I mean, you can see in some people, of course, but not in general. Uh, and the way, uh, yeah, many things. We can speak hours.
So top three places to visit and things to do in Uruguay.
In Uruguay, you have to visit Punta del Este, top one. Then you have Colonia. There is a kind of old city, but small city, but very romantic. Colonia, it's a nice city to visit. And then you have Montevideo, that is the capital, and you can do many cultural things there. It's by the river, so you can have a big walk. That is the best thing to do in Montevideo, to have a big walk, like, and eat some Uruguayan food. In Punta del Este, you have a lot of nature, a lot of lightness, and beautiful places and landscapes to see. And also, it's very orderly. You Indians have to go to Punta del Este to see, like, the
The order.
contrast. Because for me, it's otherwise. When I come here, I'm used to see every street, every house with the grass perfectly cut, and every house is perfectly, like, painted and perfectly, uh, like, so beautiful to see. And when I come to India, it's like, where am the first days? Where am I? Like we have dirt all over the streets, and I mean, I had to go like barefoot, and the floor is not clean, so it's weird. And it calls my attention when I go into a Hindu temple. The energy is beautiful, but it is not clean. Like, in general, I mean, in Art of Living, of course, temples are very clean. I like that. But then I go to a temple in the street and it's not clean, and I say, how is this possible? That's the cultural shock.
No, but the things are changing a lot in India.
Really?
Yeah, with regards to cleanliness and everything, it's very different from what it was before.
Wow.
And in fact, Indians are one of the most cleanest people when it comes to personal hygiene.
Uh-huh.
They might be a bit dirty outside, but personally, they are very hygienic. I read his stats that India is a place where people have bath 2 times in a day.
Really?
Most number of people who have bath 2 times in a day.
Yeah. I was not speaking about people like personal hygiene. I was speaking like in the
Probably.
streets.
Yeah. I'm just
You can
putting
see,
it out there.
you can see, like, for example, the electricity cables.
Hmm.
They are all deorganized. Like, it's just, why
Different challenges require different solutions, right? There's so many people.
so many people, of course. And it's like, I just came in a rickshaw. I almost, I thought I was going to die, actually, because the way he was driving, like,
Adventure for you.
yeah, it was so fun. Like, going on a roller coaster was like, he was driving so fast in this little rickshaw with 3 wheels, and like going like this, and I was like recording it. I really liked it. I mean, it's beautiful to see. I'm not saying it's not good.
Hmm.
I'm saying it's different. Um, yeah. So in Uruguay, you have to visit Punta del Este, Montevideo, Colonia, eat some Uruguayan local food, and walk by the ocean and see the nature and feeling the peace that is there. Like, the air is very clean also.
What is the best time to visit Uruguay?
In summer. Yeah.
Your summer or our summer?
No, our summer. That is from December to March. That's warm weather, like from 20 to 30 Celsius.
Otherwise, is it very cold there?
In winter, we have like from 10 Celsius to 15, 5 to 15. It's very
Yeah.
cold winter, but autumn and spring, it's also nice.
What are some less known facts about Uruguay?
The what?
Less known facts.
Less known facts about Uruguay. We are shy people in Uruguay. If you are like in a comedy show and someone says, who want to come to the stage, nobody lift their hands. Like nobody raise their hands. We are shy people, and we don't like to work in Uruguay. we,
Lazy.
yeah, we are lazy. We don't actually, of course, in general, but every time we can take vacation, we do. We don't like to work. The dream of every Uruguayan is to work till they don't have to work, like to jubilate or something, to retire. You can find this book of how to become rich at 40 years old, so you don't have to work anymore. and I think Uruguayan people are very sensitive also.
Hmm.
Uh, in spite of the tendency of the world to not be so sensitive about the other, in Uruguay you still find people that is ready to take care of you.
Yeah, I also read the fact that Uruguay is the country which sends most amount of soldiers to UN.
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, actually, we don't have any war, so
So,
we have like
and the soldiers to.
yeah, we don't use the soldiers, and we have like the most advanced war aircraft we have is like from 1960. I mean, it doesn't even work.
Hmm. Let's talk about art of living in Uruguay.
Uh-huh.
How? What is your art of living story? How did you join?
How did I join? I was 19 years old, and I had a normal life. Like I used to study at university, and at that moment I was studying telecommunications engineering. So I was very stressed, like any student. I had this stomach problems because of the stress, and I had my friends, my family, everything was okay, but I didn't feel uh, peace of mind. Actually, I was very stressed for every exam, every evaluation at university. So once I was like entering into my home, and when I closed the door, I thought, I hope there is some nice food like upstairs in my home. And then I stopped, and thought to myself, if I am 19 years old, and the thought, like the nice thing about my day is going to be a nice plate of food, a tasty food, I'm doomed. Like when I'm 50, I will be totally depressed. I'm bored with my life, and I'm bored with my life, and I don't have peace of mind. I mean, everything outside was okay, but inside, I somehow knew that life could be much more than that. So I started my quest and started searching for some answers. I always say always searched for some answers that I didn't get, like if God exists, for example. Nobody gave me an answer that satisfied me ever. And then someone said, "Oh, there is some discourse, art of living. Do you want to go?" And at that moment, I took everything that came to me. Like whatever came to me, I said, "Yes, I go." Even if I had fear, I am very fearful. But I used to be. I'm not that now, but I used to be a very fearful person. And I went to this intro talk at the center of art of living. They told me to take out the shoes, and it was the first time that I entered to a place without the shoes, because in Uruguay it's not the culture. Like you enter to any house, any place with the shoes.
Inside the house also you wear shoes.
Yes, like I mean, in my house now, I don't let anybody enter with the shoes, but it's weird. Uh, like all the people go, and now now that I think about it, I cannot believe what we do. I think
Yeah, I mean you go to the kitchen and the bedroom also wearing the same shoes that you wear outside.
yes, at the bathroom, all everything. Um,
There must
so
be so much work to clean that dirt.
yeah, I don't get it. I actually I don't get it now. But at that like it's normal for everybody. So they told me to take out the shoes, and I said, okay, I'm totally crazy, but I'm here already. So I sat there, listened to some knowledge, we did some meditation, and they said like, who wants to join the course? And I said, what's the worst thing that can happen? Like maybe nothing happens. That's the worst thing. So I joined the course, and I was the worst student at the course. I didn't want to do anything. It was Yes Plus, the youngsters course, and I was the worst student. I didn't want to play. I didn't want to dance. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to breathe and listen to the man of the beard that I thought he knew something. But it was very weird for me that they used to have the picture of him, and because I'm Jewish, so we Jewish don't keep pictures of anybody. At least they say so. Now I understand that it's not so much like that, but doesn't matter. For me, it was weird, but when I did my first Sudar Shangria, I felt so much peace. I didn't even know that one human being could feel so much peace. So here I am.
Wow. So then you became a teacher as well.
Yes, but many years later, like 5 years later. Mm.
What impact has art of living brought in Uruguay?
Art of Living has touched like, thousands of lives in Uruguay, more than 20,000 maybe. 20,000 in 3 million people, it's quite a number. And I think we have much more to do also, but we participated like in uh, when there are problems like tornadoes and some things like that. We used to do seva. We help in the prisons. We do the courses in the prisons. We do courses for people that have no money. Like we do how do you call it in English? Breathing, water, and sound.
Breathing water and sound.
Breath, water, and sound. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, like free courses. We give to people who cannot afford the course and cannot go all the time to the course. Um, and we did many programs and talks, workshops, and many Indian teachers came to Uruguay. It was that I think that's what I enjoyed the most, like meeting uh, people like Nisha, Manikantan,
Oh.
Akash, Marwal. Uh, I mean, these people. uh,
Who was the teacher of your first course?
It was called Luna, a Uruguayan teacher.
She's
Yes.
here?
No, she's not.
Okay. What changes are you seeing because of art of living
In myself.
in yourself, in the society, in Uruguay?
In myself, I cannot even, as Gurudev says, like I cannot even relate to myself before taking the course. I was such a different person. I mean, it's not that someone told me how to be, and because that's not possible. If someone tells you, "Oh, you have to be like this," you are not becoming like this. But when you are more sensible, um, you just become more of yourself. And I think I became much more uh, sweet. Like that's my essence. I like to be sweet, and I used to be tough because men have to be tough. So after some time of meditation, I realized that there is stupidity. I mean, I'm a man, and I don't have to be like every man. I'm a man, and don't have to be like every man. And I can be myself. And I like to be a sweet person. I mean, sometimes I get angry also, and I'm not so sweet. But I like to be like this and soft and light. And Art of Living gave me that back to me.
Hmm.
Gave me myself. I could not sing in front of people because of shame.
Wow, now you're singing on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Now I can sing everywhere. I can dance everywhere. I could not dance even when I was by myself because of the judgment I had. And that's many people's case. Now I can do whatever. I can do ridiculous everywhere. I can speak about my emotions in this podcast. I don't know how many people is going to see it or who is going to see it and watch it. I think that that's beautiful. And overall, Art of Living gave me the experience of the beauty of life, of the peace of that is not tangible. And doesn't it changes yourself, but it's not the important thing. The important thing is to feel that peace, that love, that sweetness, that beauty that we are. And Art of Living makes that for everyone, I think. Are you agree?
Yeah, totally agree.
And that changes the society one by one. I think that's amazing what Gurudev sees like for the world. Like because everybody is trying to change the society altogether, and that's not possible because the mind of every person is still the same way. So the same behaviors are going to be repeated. But if we like from the inside, we show people the beauty that they have inside, the peace,
Mm.
the love, the fullness, the
Contentment.
yeah, the contentment. Like who would want to do something bad? Yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
I think in Uruguay it happens. Like I wish it would happen like faster, but
Mm.
we don't understand the way of the divine, the ways of the divine. I do my best for it to happen faster, but it happens the way it happens.
Can you share a story of miracle or as you call Guru story?
From Uruguay, wow, I have to think. I have my own.
Yeah, that's also okay.
Once, once the first time I came to India, 2016, I came for Vedic wisdom, not knowing anything because I took my first course in 2013, and in 2016 I came here to India because Rashli, do you know Rashli Patel? Is a very old timer teacher. She lives in the US and she was in Uruguay. She's something very special also. Um, she said there was this course of learning Sandhya Vandana, but at that time I didn't know what it was. But she said it opens you to the unity consciousness. So I liked it. And she said it's a little weird for you guys, like for Uruguayan people, because you have to chant the mantras and do the Agni Karya and everything. But it's beautiful. So I put in my mind like I need to go. I need to do that course. Um, and I came here to India. I did the course, was beautiful. We spent a lot of time with Gurudev. I connected very much to him. We learned the Sandhya. We used to do like 3 Sandhya every day, 120 people with Kashivaya. That he's an amazing teacher also. I'm so grateful I met him. I know him. And there are so many super special people in Art of Living. Like we are very lucky. And
Mhm.
when I was at the airport, like leaving India, in India, please, if the airport authorities are listening to this, please, we in Uruguay are a country that exists and we have a passport like any other country. But in India here, they don't recognize Uruguayan passport. They think it's false. I don't know why. Because because they never heard about Uruguay, like many people. So they read Uruguay and they don't know what it is. So they like have me like half an hour checking if the passport is good or is false. They check with Interpol. They make me ask me so many questions. At the end, they say, "Oh, you're okay. You can go." But at that time. some guys said to me, your passport is checked, it's okay, you can go, but you need some visa for your connection in Frankfurt, because to come from to Uruguay you have to travel like 30 hours, 40 hours. It's insane. So I was going to spend some hours in Frankfurt airport, and they told me you need a visa for a connection. Nobody ever said that. Like, and I didn't know that. I didn't need that actually. But the guy was very tough, and he said, "You cannot travel. I don't let you check in. You cannot travel. You just." And I told him I was a little guy, like I had like 24 years old, my first trip alone, and I said to him, "What should I do?" He said, "Huh." Like with a head. So I sat on a chair, not knowing what to do, like evaluating thousand scenarios, different scenarios, like coming back to the ashram, uh, buying a new ticket. And
You were in the airport in India
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they were asking you for a visa in Frankfurt.
Yes,
That's strange.
yeah, very strange. But they didn't let me go through. I mean, they sent me like home in India, wherever. Um, I closed my eyes and I said, Gurudev, I don't know if you really do miracles or not, but if you do, this is the time I need one. Ha. So I chanted like 3 times Om Namah Shivaya, and it just sat there. And like 1 minute later or 2 minutes, that guy came with the police, and the police asked me, "What do you do in Uruguay?" I said, "I'm a psychologist, a student at that time. I study." And she said, "Okay, you can travel." Just like that. And I was fighting with the guy. He said, like, you cannot travel. There is no way, you need the visa for Frankfurt. And I said, no, there is no need for the visa for Frankfurt. And I just called Guruji in my mind and asked him for a little miracle. And in less than 1 minute, like, it happened. So,
Amazing. You have come so far, traveling 30, 40 hours. It's like opposite end of the world.
yes.
What brought you to India and what keeps you here?
What brings me to every part of the world is Gurudev. Um, his power. I mean, I wanted to do this course. I am too, and I wanted to do it with him. I mean, actually, I wanted to rest in my home, but knowing that he's going to give this course himself, I couldn't stay. I had to spend the money that I didn't wanted to spend actually, because I know that it's so precious. And now that I did it, I confirm it. Like, it's so precious to have this time with someone like Gurudev that can transmit, transfer the experience of
Hmm.
the self and of the beauty of life. That it's such a shame to miss it. So I travel. Like, if I have to go to China, I also go.
Good you came because not I we don't see many people coming from Uruguay. It's such a small country and it's so far away. So this podcast wouldn't be possible if you hadn't come.
Thank you.
So yes, let's talk about you and about your profession, about your podcast. So you're a clinical psychologist and psychoanalyst
Yes.
hosting the what's the podcast name?
Terapia abierta. It's called open therapy.
Open therapy.
Yeah.
And you are also facilitator for Anagram.
Yeah, I studied it. Yeah.
Anagram based workshop who blend different practices together. So you focus on grief, anxiety, depression, burnout with magic recipes.
With no magic recipes.
With no magic
Yeah.
recipes.
I mean, what I do as a psychologist, as a psychoanalyst, is try to avoid these supposed magical recipes because they don't
What
exist.
are magical recipes?
Like when you say, if you have anxiety, do this breathing, or if you have anxiety, think this. Like if all our anxieties are the same, and we have to recognize, and that is what I want to show with my podcast, that every even though we call it anxiety, if you have it and I have it, it's not the same. Your anxiety is very different from mine. The reasons for your anxiety are very different from mine and from every others. So we have to find out what are the reasons for your anxiety, for your depression, for your burnout, for your anorexia, for your uh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I actually don't work with specific problems. I work with all the problems because they are all related. I'm going to give you an example. Once, I've heard someone that says she had anxiety. So I could do two things. One is telling her like tips to relieve her from her anxiety, like
Hmm.
breathing techniques, think this, meditate, do yoga, whatever. And the other thing that I could do at that moment was don't say anything and listen. Listen. Because listening is very difficult, actually. Really listening. Because we want to relieve the other of their pain because it's uncomfortable for us. So we want to show ourselves also that we have the answers. And psychoanalysts, good psychoanalysts, don't do that. We listen. So I listened to her for some sessions, and after like months of listening to her, I mean, I was saying things, but not the answer to her anxiety because I don't really have it. Nobody has it. Otherwise, nobody would have anxiety in the world. So I listened to her, and actually, she had a much more deeper problem with food that she could tell me. And actually, when I listened, there was a much deeper issues like related to how she perceives herself in the world. So that was the real cause of her anxiety. So now we could work with with like specifically with her anxiety. I mean, if you want to build a house, you cannot build a house somewhere and put it anywhere. You have to see the ground. How is it? Is it solid? Is it not? You have to dig something, put some metal or wood or whatever, and then that makes the house strong.
Hmm.
I mean, Gurudev makes us everybody of us strong in a different way. We need different experiences. I mean, he does it in a very esoteric and incredible way for everybody. I'm not comparing myself to him, but I say that we have to look each case. We cannot solve the people of like all people's problems just by once, like with a magic wand. Uh,
So, what is the solution? It will take so much time to hear individual
yeah,
problems and finding it out.
we have
There
to.
must be a way to categorize them, no?
No, it is the only solution. The only solution is one by one. We have like Gurudev Das. He teaches us one by one. Uh, he, that's the way he teaches us like the weights of the self. But in psychology, we have to listen one by one. There is no other way like to really heal. I mean, you can drink some pill, you can take some pill, or you can take some advice, and that can relieve some of the anxiety. That's good, but that doesn't heal the real problem. The anxiety is not the problem. The problem is the thing that you don't want to feel, and that's why you have the anxiety.
Hmm.
So we
The
have to
thing you're running away from.
what?
The thing that you're running away from.
Yes, we have to find out what are you running away from. So that would really heal the anxiety to the root. So that's what I do. And that's what I want to show people with my podcast. Like, we listen to stories of people that had gone through depression, anxiety, whatever, even suicidal tendencies. And I don't want to show the people like the answer of how to solve if you have the same, because if you have suicidal tendencies, they are not because of the same reason of the person that you are listening to. Uh, so the fact that there is someone there telling the real story with an honest look, uh, it's inspiring in itself. And the idea is inspire people to heal on their own way, like look for help or whatever, like it's you feel good. And so you have to do the work. You have there is there are things that you cannot like ask someone to do it for you. Like maybe some food you can ask someone to cook for you. Maybe cleaning you can ask someone, but healing your mind you have to do it yourself. It's uncomfortable, and everybody will have to do it.
Yeah, everyone has to take efforts and do it themselves.
Yep. Like sooner or later you will have to do it. You are going to be forced to do it.
Can you share a story from your podcast that has got a lot of comments or visits or video?
This story of this girl, the name of the girl is called Milagros. That means miracles.
Miracles. Her name is Miracles.
Her name is Miracles, but in Spanish it's Milagros.
Milarios.
Milagros.
Milarios.
Yes. So
Sounds like malaria. Milarios.
she's a beautiful girl, uh, and at some time in her life, she didn't want to live anymore. Uh, she had her reasons, and the only way out she saw was taking her life, and she tried twice,
Mm.
and by some miracles, she didn't die, and she wanted to try a third time actually. And she was thinking about the third time, and someone took her to Art of Living course. And the first day, she didn't want to come back to the course, but she somehow came back. And when the course finished, she was so grateful to be alive. She she was so uh, she felt so strange with herself. Like she didn't even understood. I mean, she understood that why she didn't wanted to live. Like she started valuing life again. I mean, it's amazing the power of Sudarshan Kriya and Part One course of Art of Living and power of Gurudev. Like I indirectly he helped her so much and so many million people, and she's now doing very good. I think she's a miracle in herself. She's a very special girl, like very sensitive. Um, that's a nice episode because in Uruguay many people are thinking about killing themselves.
Why? What is the main reason for the suicidal ideations?
And nobody knows, but maybe that we don't have some strong spiritual connection could be one of the causes.
Is it like meaning of living? They cannot find a meaning to life?
Yeah,
Or is it because of frustration? Is it because of.
we live so in such a bad way. Like we take so many bad decisions.
But everything is beautiful around there, you said. But then why do people want to.
We take so many bad decisions with the food, with the people we meet, with the things, with the drugs we consume, with the things we watch, with the people we hear, with the violence all around. Like we don't know how to handle our minds, our own minds. I mean, suicide is an issue in the whole world. In Uruguay, we have a little more of that, but um, I think nobody taught us how to handle our mind, and that's
No, what is the main reason? Like talking to your clients or talking to people in general or reading the news? What comes out to you as the main reason for these thoughts?
For every person is different. For every person is different. That's the thing I want to convey, like the message I want to convey. Like for every person is different. There are no two person that wants to kill themselves for the same reason.
Give some example of what could be the reason, possible reason.
For example, I mean, some people say I'm not happy. Many people say I'm not happy, but why? And once I've heard someone that says that he doesn't know because we don't know why we are not happy sometimes or why we are sad. But if you start listening to the story of that person, it is a very tough story. And we sometimes,
Tough in the sense hardship,
yeah,
violence in the family or something like that.
all that. Like poverty, violence, a lot of violence, and feeling not wanted, not loved. So the fact is that he knows the story of his life, but he doesn't know that that story makes him sad today because of a process that's called dissociation that happens in some kind of psychological structures. So that's one reason that might make someone take his life. And not everybody can take his life, even though they are very depressed. So it's everybody is so different. And for example, in the case of this girl, I mean, she says some issues with in the episode. She tells some issues with her mom, um, but she also tells in that episode that till that time she didn't realize that that was so important for her. So the unconscious mind, it's so mysterious, and of course it's influenced by the collective unconscious, but we have to listen case by case. Uh, it's not that there is a reason.
So your method is to ask questions and let them get their own solution through conversation.
Yeah, we get the solution together, but it's not that I suggest solutions. It's that what I guide is not the decisions that the person should take, as some psychologists do. What I guide is the process of discovering what governs the mind, what unconscious thoughts, what unconscious ideas are the ones that are like leading, governing your mind. And when you realize that, you can do something different. But if you don't, you keep repeating the same.
Mm.
It's a very interesting. I love it very much. I I also give workshops and talks. And
What is a psychoanalyst?
what is?
What does it mean by psychoanalyst?
Yeah, it's a, how do you call it in English? Like some way of psychology, like some current, some,
So you analyze the mind.
yeah. In this sense, you analyze the mind. You analyze.
But you're not giving any suggestions, right?
No. You analyze.
So what do you do of the analysis?
You listen to the people and you analyze the unconscious. So if you tell me
But after analysis, you have to tell something, not to the patient.
no,
So analysis for whom then?
yeah, that's interesting because we go to psychologists or to whomever looking for answers. Like patients ask me for the answers. It's not that they don't. They say, you tell me what to do. You tell me what to do. And if I do that, I'm failing them because I don't really know what they should do. And if I think I know what they should do, I'm or so arrogant or enlightened. No point in the middle. Like, and I'm not any of those.
Not yet.
Not yet. So when I'm completely hollow and empty, I will tell people what to do. But till that time, I just listen and don't tell them what to do. But I sometimes make some interpretations of what they are saying, to discover new connections between what they are saying. That's what I'm really listening, the unconscious. So
Making your analyzing, your job is to make the connections.
yeah,
to help them see their own thoughts and mind in a
to see
certain.
new things, because people, for example, someone that is obsessive, that has to check that if he closed the door like 10 times before going out. Okay, that's thing everybody like can relate to, because everybody like, did that once. So people know that they close the door, and they know that it's stupid to check the door 10 times because they know that the door is closed, but they still do. They still check. We still do what we know that is stupid to do in general, even though we know it is stupid, right? That's a mystery. So I point these mysteries out, like and telling, okay, so don't you think it's interesting that even though you know it is stupid to check your ex girlfriend on Instagram, you still do it? Uh, and they say, yes, I never thought that.
Okay.
Yeah, it is interesting. So why do you think you do it? And then you open the door to something else, because otherwise, uh, people think they know what's the problem. But
Hmm.
and but we have to reframe the problem actually.
Reframing is the key.
Yeah.
What are anagrams and what workshop do you take with anagrams?
Enneagram is a thing a psychoanalyst and a psychiatrist did. They was separating 9 types.
What is it? What exactly is anagram?
Enneagram is a symbol.
Symbols, yeah.
Yeah, but it's used and nowadays to describe 9 types of personality. There actually are infinite types of personalities, but 9 big types of personality. And with that, you can know, like, you have a map of your personality. You know the patterns that you are like prone to repeat, and how you behave when you're stressed, how you behave in your best moments, in your worst moments, with whom you should relate for what.
So you show the symbols to the
No,
person.
nowadays we apply it with a test. You do a test of with questions, and then you can know which is the type of your personality. And and we have all types of personality inside of us, but one of them is predominant. So knowing that, you know where you are in life, in your personal development work. You can know all these things, but to treat them, to change them, you cannot use Enneagram. It's not very effective.
Hmm.
For changing them, you need, um,
Anagram is good for analysis,
yeah, for
for
diagnostic. It's
for diagnostic. Okay.
but but it's not so good in making the changes happen. I mean,
Okay.
Gurudev is much more effective in that.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you so much for being our guest today. Anything else you want to add that we missed, or something else you want to conclude the podcast with?
I liked very much. Thank you for the invitation. I really like talking to you about Uruguay. You make me laugh. I'm sorry for my English that is not perfect, and I think this is a good message, and it's a message that I want to convey and tell people that spirituality and personal development are different things, and we should not mix them. I mean, we can do it at the same time, but do not confuse them as the same thing.
Why?
We don't have to think. That's interesting. I am going to tell. We don't have to think that b- only by meditating you are going to heal all your things, all your problems, your mind. I mean, it will happen by meditating, but for a long time. You have to meditate for many, many years without a break, with honor and respect and a guru. And it will take a lot of time. It will happen, but it take a lot of time. So in the middle, in the middle of that time, You have to sometimes, when some issue is pinching you, is hurting you, like really hurting you, sometimes you have to take care of it s- directly. I'm not saying you have to do psychoanalysis. I'm saying you have to look at it like and do something with it. In the meanwhile, it gets healed by meditation and the grace of the master. So otherwise, this thing that is hurting you can take you out of the path. I've seen it happen for many people, sadly, and I pray that doesn't happen to me. But for example, let's say you want to you want to be successful and famous, and you know that it's a desire that it's not a big thing actually. Meditation gives you much more fulfillment, and even though you are the most famous, you won't feel fulfilled. Uh, so some people say, okay, I won't be famous. I just meditate. But then this desire, it starts to eat you up inside because you didn't manage it well. So sometimes this desire can make you angry at your meditation, at your path, at your guru or whatever, at yourself even, and you can blame the path, blame the practices, blame others for your frustration, and that's because you didn't take care of the desire. So what I'm saying is that we should like keep doing our spiritual practices and our spiritual path. At the same time, do not neglect our human part.
I don't think I have some different opinions on this. I think spirituality has many of the answers, especially when you listen to more of knowledge and more of scriptures and that book, Note to Sincere Seeker. So Gurudev says, no, save your mind at all cost. That includes all this, taking other actions also what you need to do for it. And about desires, I really like the point of dispassion. It's a bit difficult to understand in the beginning, but when you let go, when you know that it's whatever is going to happen, supposed to be happen, it will happen.
Yeah, but to get to that faith,
Feverishness
but to get to that level of faith, to let go and knowing that whatever should happen is going to happen,
takes practice.
it takes a
Uh,
lot of practice. It's a very high state. I mean, it takes years to get to that place. Maybe you were born with it, like, but it's once in a million. So I think I also follow. I think I'm following Gurudev's advice when he says save your mind at all costs. Do whatever you need to do, like to save your mind. But what you need to do to save your mind? Sometimes it's a mystery. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know what will give you peace. What decision will give you peace. So I think that we should take a look at that, and sometimes um, see what is happening inside me apart from my meditation.
mm,
What is that I need to be stable? What decision I have to make in my life to be stable and to be able to keep doing my sadhana, seva, satsang, my meditation? I think that's important. And many people I saw getting angry at the path, at Gurudev, at at the practices, at themselves.
it happens. It happens. Self doubt, self hate,
Yeah,
hate on the path
but
also comes
that
with.
was why that was because they didn't put some attention to what their needs were. So now they are blaming Gurudev because their needs are not met. I mean, if someone wanted to uh, have money and they didn't look for money, they didn't work for money because they just let go, they still wanted money. So
Its spirituality is not about isolating yourself.
that's
It,
true. But that
You need to take action also. No? In Bhagavad Gita, it's written like doing actions, taking whatever is necessary. You need to
but it's
do.
easier said than done.
Practice it takes. Of course, nothing is easy to. It's easy to say.
I mean, because it is easier said than done, while we are trying to, I mean, this phrase, fake it till you make it. While we are trying to make it to real faith, real let go, real acceptance, that is the summon bonus of this creation that takes you to the highest. While we are perfecting these things in our life that takes years, we should like put a little attention at least on our human needs, our stupid needs, if we want to call it like this.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Sure. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you and to know about Uruguay and things there and about yourself. Very interesting. Thank you for coming on Rocklaz. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.